Alrighty, guys, good morning. It's Dave Santarelli from BreakingChartAlerts.com, Santarelli Trading Exchange. So we got a nice little pop there in the market here this morning. We're going to be looking for some good day trade setups today. Today's Day Trade Friday. We got tech on the move quite a bit here. You know, that's being led by Amazon, Google, Facebook. You know, we got a nice little climb here. Tesla's up about 2.5%. Twitter's back up 3%, 76.75. You know, we got PayPal up about $5 here. So what I want to do today, I want to focus on some good day trades, and I want to focus on some good swing trades. I was just going live with our members before I went live on YouTube here, and we were going over the watch list here and finding some good swing trade setups. You know, obviously, we'll give the market the first 15 minutes on open here to look for some good setups here. But let's go down this watch list. I wanted to show you guys some good swing trade setups I'm seeing, and then ones that we're going to be focusing in on some day trades here. Okay. Let me move this out 6-month daily. We'll do 3-month daily there. Alrighty, so Facebook. BABA looks like it's holding that 240 support. That could be a day trade. Google, I like how Google's holding this consolidation right at that 2,000. Holding support at 2,000. It really needs to break above that 2085 though, 2090 for that next big run there. So I'm going to be keeping an eye on Google. We had a losing trade on Google, so I want to make back my money on that. We'll be looking at that. Guys, Disney's another nice one. Remember, we closed out Disney on the 24th here, right at the highs, new all-time highs. We closed that out when she was above $200 a share, and we had some really nice gains there on that Disney trade. We locked in $12,700. She pulled back down to that 10. She's at 190 now, so $10 pullback there. Now, if she holds this 10, I'm going to be looking for another swing trade here. Ephraim, don't worry about that part. You know, if she holds that 10 here, I want to be focused on that. You know, focused on that climb back up to 200. Here comes the markets. Markets are open now, guys. And let's see here. I'm going to put on Qs first and SPY. Nice spike there on Qs. Watching SPY over to the right here. Nasdaq's up 123 points. Dow's down about 14. Nasdaq's getting a nice climb from yesterday's sell-off right here. I'm watching SPY and Qs. Facebook's still on the climb there. Facebook's at the highs of the day, 258.78, 259.03 now. Still climbing. GameStop's on the run again, back up to 130. I'm watching that quickly climb up the ladder on the percent stock gainers on that scanner. Tesla back up over 3.1% here for the day. Twitter up 3.5%. Twitter's still climbing nicely. There goes Qs again. Let me take a look here, see what we might see Qs get back up to. Might do a little day trade here on some Q calls. That's a big run though, big candles there from what we've seen. Let's see, Qs 317. Okay, let's see, what did I do here? Just got into some Q calls. Small trade for now, 5 contracts. Q's February 26th, 317 strike. I was in at $1.90. So small trade for right now. Watching that one here. 5 contracts. It's about $1,000 trade. Not even $900 and some dollar trade there. Let me put up the CNBC here a little bit.
We found that the travel that people miss the least is business travel. The next travel they miss the least is mass travel. Mass travel as in getting in double-decker buses, going to big tourist districts, going and waiting in long lines where you're either alone or in line, looking at something like behind a flood of selfie sticks. Like, I don't think that travel is over. I just don't think that's the travel people miss. What people miss is actually just spending meaningful time with the people they care about, and that's what we're focused on, and that's the travel that I think is going to come back in full force. He's dead. I mean, what he's talking about is friends getting together and renting a house versus the thousands of dollars you might be in a hotel to take the house down, or your friends. My wife, my kids, this is constantly what they do. I have a daughter, David. This is something that I thought was the only person who's doing it. She takes 3-day weekends, all right? Meaning that she teaches.
Let's see, Dow's down about 64, Nasdaq's up about 133. Facebook's starting to break out off that 10 there.
Is it? Yes. It is now part of people's. If you work anywhere, why work at your? Why not work in somebody else's house? Check it out. Yeah. It's very exciting. Chesky's got the zeitgeist of this moment more than almost any company I've seen. He really gets it. And boy, is travel going to come back. Why are you stuff?
Watching Facebook above here, that's looking good. 257.74.
The guys in the booth, they just produce their own show, and we sort of talk on the side. Jim, it's kind of like Twitter conversations. You know, we're having a thing, but they're also having a thing.
Yes, and I love the fact that Andrew referenced my.
Let's see, TRVG, they're saying again in the trade rooms on the move.
Crypto, because NVIDIA's going to have crypto. They're going to have Ethereum parts. Yeah, did you have to come back and actually talk about what? GameStop. Well, there's GameStop, and then there's every other company. Yeah, yes. David, have you ever read To the Finland Station? No, but you brought it up many times. I probably should have. Okay, have you ever read about the Mensheviks versus the Bolsheviks?
TRVG.
Yeah, possible. I did take some Russian history. Well, have you ever read Anna Karenina? I think I may have tried. Well, these guys, they want to throw the hedge funds on the tracks. Okay. I always loved Levin. Levin is a character that I really love. How about focusing on? I mean, we've got a lot of names that are actually up this morning. That are. I mean, Apple is up. Facebook. We're seeing a bit of a rebound. But the
Nice pop there on Facebook, guys. Back nearing up to 259.
Or do you sort of kind of creep into some of these names that you said are starting to look a little cheaper?
Trivago, let's see, July.
I think you have to. I mean, there's just too many companies.
5 strike calls are pretty cheap, not too bad.
Excellent interview with. Okay, they are doing so well, and you get a yield. It's terrific, but because it's viewed as a company that doesn't do well in open, people don't want it. It's crazy. It's just crazy. By the way, I just want to come back on Moderna, where I am getting my information is from people who do preclinical. Okay. So preclinical could be wrong. It may not work. But the preclinical stuff that they're trying to do is what I say. Right. That does not mean they can succeed. As we know, David, many drugs fail. There's 2,000 drugs being developed right now just by Charles River. But they're trying. And I think I want to be clear, they don't have it, but they're trying.
Qs are trying to break out there, consolidating.
Me too, and there, David, is the problem with Pfizer. People view them as doing a Me Too job, whereas Moderna is trying to do breakthrough jobs, sort of more of the pioneer in that area. Which you can fail. I mean, how many times have we seen biotechs have something that we thought? Yep. And Carl, it could be. I don't want to get people's hopes up. I know that those who certainly anti-cancer drugs, like I did with my mom, were dashed. But I do think that at least Moderna's thinking big like that.
Well, I mean, I think here's Robert point to about the generational change in science as a result of the mRNA platform is real. I know Walter Isaacson's writing a book about it.
Avilio. That CCIV killed a lot of people.
Years for maybe decades to come. And hopefully it's as good and as strong and as promising as you were suggesting.
I was going to jump in that the other day.
Speaking of vaccinations, guys, the CEO of Walmart US on the Today Show this morning talking about Jim.
There we go, guys. Our Q calls are back in the green.
With vaccination sites, the Delta Museum in Atlanta. Walmart says they think they can do 13
There we go. Back in the green on Q calls, Steam.
as we move into the month of March, and we've already got hospitalizations down, not just below the January peak, but below both prior peaks last year. So the hospitalization and vaccination trend is very strong.
Let's see. Space.
Lose interest rates up as people say, why are they debating a stimulus package? Why aren't they looking?
Wow, what a pullback on space. Glad thing we took those profits, huh?
The stimulus package is going to hit the exact.
That was a nice job locking in those profits on space.
Yes, how about if you're unemployed? This is the exact wrong time. But the bond market is sensing that this is going to be a spring where we're going to reopen. And why are we throwing money? Why is the Treasury throwing money? The Congress throwing money?
Nice climb here on Qs, guys.
Methods of getting vaccines. Do you think that that is a legitimate fear?
It was a legitimate concern, and we've talked about it now for weeks, and it's been reflected in the move that we've seen in the bond market that there will be inflation, although there's a belief, and I defer here to our colleagues who know a lot more about this than I do, but there's a belief that Powell's not going to, they're not going to respond. I mean, you listen to the parade of guests we have, they're just going to take it. If there is inflation, that's okay, because they're much more focused on getting the unemployment rate lower, given those 10 million people who don't have jobs who did a year ago. Almost a year exactly at this point where we started.
Facebook's at the highs of the day. Just broke 260 again on Facebook. Amazon's getting a nice breakout here, so that's telling me I think Qs are going to look pretty good here going forward.
We've been waiting for a long time. I've reported on it. It was back in October. We don't need to run papers.
Already up, you know, $100 on the Q calls here. Nice continued climb.
Only selling a minority stake in its DirecTV unit. In fact, I had reported back, I think it was October 7th, that they would sell 30%, and that actually turned out to be exactly what they are doing. The buyer is TPG, the total enterprise.
Okay, we got a $200 gain on that, guys. She's at 230.
$2.25 billion. They say in a printed Q&A here.
Alrighty, guys. I got an order in for 230. That'd be about a $200 profit. There she goes. She's out. We're out of the Qs. We just made our first day trade there. We made a quick $200 profit on that. We are out at, let's see, order status. We were in at $1.90. We were out at 230. In at 290, out at 230. That's a quick $40 per contract. We had 5 contracts. That's a $200 profit right there, guys. Nice job there.
It gives it 70% in a independent entity now that will be run by.
Nice start to the day, team.
AT&T is going to run it. They're moving, but with TPG and AT&T.
She's still going. She's still climbing.
And it gives it an opportunity to try to create some value here that AT&T obviously.
Nice. Ryan was in at 165, out at 230.
From here.
AFK made $290. You guys are beating me. I only made $200. Nice job, guys. Ryan Welch was in at $1.73, out at 231. How many contracts did you guys have? Nice job, guys. Nice job.
Having separated finally, at least in this way, from something we talked a great deal about.
All right, we're almost up to 14 here. At about 13.9 in TC account.
By the way, Jim, real quickly on their balance sheet, $26 billion in free cash flow.
And with that trade, we just locked in, let's see here, after commissions and all that happy crap, we just locked in a profit of $196.35 on that one quick day trade so far.
The big winner is T-Mobile, right?
They spent the least.
Right?
Let's look for the next one, guys. Let's be patient, be disciplined. Let's look for some good moves.
Is that just ancillary? You don't have to worry about that cost.
I don't know.
Carlos Olivieras, we ended up selling space the other day for a big profit, huge profit.
They had a very good quarter last
If you're still holding long term, you know, long term it's going to be okay. But, you know, you should have taken some profits there. David Rains, you got to get a cash account there, my friend. Look at that. Perfect timing. Those calls that we picked up for $1.90 are now worth $1.59, $1.58. Going for $1.52. We're doing a hell of a job with our trades here, team. Good job. All right, Facebook is still breaking out. She's nearing 261. I'm watching SPYs over to the right here. Take a look at the SPY chart, SPY. So we just locked in that nice gain on the Q calls as a quick day trade for a 21% gain. Watching SPY here. SPY on a today 1 minute. Just dropped down to that blue 20 SMA, holding support there at 383.50, starting that climb. There goes a big candle on SPY. Qs are breaking higher. There goes Facebook. Broke above 261 on Facebook. Let's see what we're going to do here. I'm going to go back to Qs here. I'm going to be looking for some more day trades. You know, might as well. Quick $200, $300, $400 here for a couple of minutes. In and out of a trade. Why not? I was going to look for some swing trades here, but if we got the markets moving, might as well look for some day trades. Qs are climbing off that 316 support. Skyjack says DraftKings is taking off. DKNG. Nice climb on DraftKings, up 7%. Let's look at that 6-month daily. She looks like she's heading for that 65 there. Skyjack. Easy 65 target there for next week's expo. Even if you wanted to go with that March 19th expo on DraftKings, looks pretty good. I like that setup there. Let's see. Jerry says AMC's on the move. AMC. I got to make some trades in the main account here. My main account is in cash. Got to find some trades. I'm not going to have any big gains if I don't have any trades open there. Facebook is breaking out again here, guys. There she goes, 261.51. Another climb higher here. AMC breaking out there, Jerry, but, you know, you're going to be it's going to be normal to see 10% moves on AMC here on out. Anyone on YouTube jump into those Q calls with us? Facebook's looking good. Looking for that next day trade, guys. Nice job on that one. There goes Facebook again, guys. Facebook having another run. Semper Fi just made a quick 50% gain on the AMC run there. I'm watching SPY. SPY's holding that 20 SMA really well, guys. Take a look at SPY. Let me put SPY right here. Sometimes I get lost watching at a chart. I'm just gazing at it, and I forget you guys are looking at this AMC chart right here. So let me put on what I'm looking at. SPY, today 1 minute. Look at how she's holding that blue 20-day simple moving average and getting that climb. She breaks that 284.50. I'm going to be trading SPY again and jumping back into SPY calls. I should be jumping into SPY calls now. Dow's down about 66. Natty's up about 157. And the S&P's up about 19 points right now. You know, if I see Dow starting to climb, you know, I might jump into Diamond ETF. She is starting to climb here. I should be looking at Dow. Let's take a look at the Diamond ETF, guys. DIA. Because that's the only indice right now that's really down. Let's see here. 314 call going for about $1 some.
Certainly a very strong quarter. I know you're going to talk to us about that, but if you don't mind, I'd love to hone in on these supply chain.
Let's see here.
Companies potentially facing that could impact your profitability.
I put in that order. She wasn't filled, wasn't executed yet. I'll change that order, cancel it. Oh, she just filled actually. She just filled, guys. I'm in. Diamond ETF. Let me change the columns here. Get rid of the type, remove, news, remove, cost basis, remove, dollar change cents colas, remove. Let's see here. Average price paid add. Okay. And there we go. All right, so we just picked up the Diamond February 26th, 314 call. We're in that at $1.30 a contract. She's got a big spread there, 89 by 125. She's pulling back right here, right now. So if you're not in it yet, hold off. Wait until she settles. But that's the trade we just got into. Gonna look for that. And just watch that for right now. Would love to see her up around 314.50. That's probably where I'll be taking profits. Stop would be 213, guys. So candle below 213, that's our stop. You know, 315, that could be our target there. I don't like that candle right there. But I'm gonna let it go, let her watch. She's holding that 10 right now.
Enrique, congratulations. You always keep us up, and I think that this was the quarter that you predicted a couple years ago, but it did seem to be accelerated by obviously work at home. How far along are we in terms of people developing an office at home, given the fact that most of the companies that I know I talk to are going with a hybrid style? You can work at home, you can work at the office. Where are we in terms of office development at home?
I think we are still in the early stages, and this is why we are confident that the results that we posted yesterday are going to be sustainable for several quarters. When we think about what is going to be the new way of working, we think it's going to be hybrid.
She's holding that 10 right now. You guys see that? Let's see if she continues to hold. I'm watching Facebook. Facebook pulled back down to that 20. So I'm watching Q's here as well, right above it. Q's had that little pullback there too.
Services to support that as well. So really this is opening opportunities for us that we think will continue over time.
You once again teased something that I think is very real for you.
Not liking that candle there.
3D printing in microfluidics. For microfluidics, you are so far ahead of almost every company in 3D printing, and yet you don't talk much about it. Can you give me whether it can be material within the next 2 or 3 years?
We talked yesterday about the growth that we are seeing in printed parts, which is, we think, the best metric to show the progress.
Got that right, Tyler.
And as we shared, printed 3D parts grew more than 30% this quarter, which is a very relevant number. In terms of materiality, it's still a relatively small part of our company. We're a $60 billion company, and to be material, you need to be very big. So I think it's going to take more than 2 years for it to be big.
You know, Enrique, over the last 3 quarters, you bought back the equivalent of 13% of the outstanding shares in this company. You know, buybacks are an important component of your capital allocation. You just described an area that you see as potentially very rewarding. Is buying back all that stock the best use of your capital?
Thanks for the question, Dave, because we are doing both. We have continued.
Guys on YouTube, Efren just posted there for you guys to try out our app and our free trial. Make sure you guys are trying that out.
And this week we announced a very exciting M&A in the gaming space, where we are going to be now leading the headset category for gamers, which is a growing category. And this shows that we are going to constantly look for opportunities to use our capital for M&A in our core businesses, in adjacency, in new businesses.
What is happening with the chart here?
So you don't think you're going to look back and regret perhaps having bought so much stock back and not devoted enough to R&D, or do you simply make your allocation every year and are making your decisions based on the opportunities that you see in front of you?
We are going to be making the decisions supporting our strategy. For us to do M&A is to support the strategy we have explained, needs to have a strong operational plan and strong financial plan. And let me remind you that we are a cash generation machine. We also announced yesterday
that we expect to generate at least $4 billion of free cash flow this year. So this gives us room to continue to buy back our shares, which we think are undervalued and therefore are a good investment, and also to increase M&A if we see the right opportunity.
Enrique, you do have a pretty cool plan about being basically a member, a subscription business for printing. I didn't think it could really take off. You know, I was critical, felt that how big can this be, but I guess it's really the way to be able to, if you're going to work at home, you want to subscribe.
If you want to work at home, and this also shows the strength of the value proposition that we have. When we met for the first time 2 years ago on this topic, we had about 2 million subscribers. Today we have 9 million subscribers in the program. We added 1 million subscribers last quarter. So we clearly see an acceleration of a trend that again supports our strategy and gives us great confidence on what is going to be the performance of the print business in the future.
Finally, Chromebook revenue quadrupled. I know it may not be off that large a base, but I'm just curious, what is going on there with that particular product?
Technology has become essential, and especially in the education space. And Chromebook is leading that growth almost in every country of the world. We see governments buying PCs or Chromebooks for their kids to learn, to go to school, to attend.
All right, it just sold my diamond calls there at 85 cents. Took a hit on that one. On to the next one there. It came down to where stop. Had to follow it. Let's see. Quantum said he likes Apple. Apple's still consolidating too. Looks like they want to pull back a little bit more here in the markets.
Enrique, always appreciate it. Thank you for joining.
I'm watching Facebook continue to break down, and that was one of the hottest stocks this morning.
HP, one of the names leading the S&P this morning, right behind Etsy. We'll take a break here as we see some movement in travel-related names. MGM, for example, Carnival also to the top 10. We're back in a moment.
The Market Report is brought to you by QQQ, a global leader in active fixed income.
Labradoodles, grown-ups, sports, into skirt and shorts. The world loves a hybrid. So do businesses. So today, they're going hybrid with IBM. A hybrid cloud approach lets them use Watson AI to modernize without rebuilding and bring all their partners and customers together in one place. That's why businesses from retail to banking are going with a smarter hybrid cloud, using the tools, platform, and expertise of IBM.
Delta's starting to get another climb here, guys. I might do that Delta swing trade. We locked in profits at Delta right around $50 the other day. Might do another larger swing trade on that with that stimulus coming.
Hi, I'm a new customer and I like your best new smartphone deal. Well, I'm an existing customer and I like your best new smartphone deal.
Still pulling back here, guys. Just being patient, looking for that next setup here. If you guys see anything moving, let me know. That's really moving, you know. Candle above previous candle's body or candle below previous candle's body. Not nothing trading side by side there.
All the things, all around you, where you learn, work, and fly, we help make them healthier. We are the people of AAPL. For more than 100 years, we've been a leader in making spaces cleaner, from the things you touch to the air you breathe. Today, more than 100,000 of us are innovating to ensure spaces are more efficient, healthier, and safer. AAPL, making spaces healthier for you. These days, it's okay to do some things halfway, but taking prescriptions shouldn't be one of them. So CVS has a proprietary search tool that looks for savings, plus free delivery. Get a free prescription savings review at CVS.
Skyjack thinks SPY is going to drop to 377. Let's see here.
List of S&P gainers for the week so far. You got some M&A plays in there with the People's United and the M&T deal, but a lot of reopening plays as well. Some energy with Marathon, cruise lines with Royal Caribbean.
I could see 375, or if we're going to hold at that 380 area. Facebook's climbing off that 50. Looking like we might do some longer term day trades today. Maybe, you know, a half hour, 45 minutes in. Looks like we're slowly climbing here. Little bigger pullbacks lasting about 15 minutes. The breakouts lasting about 20 minutes. Let's see here. Twitter.
You could think getting commission-free trades is as good as it gets. But you know better. At Schwab, free means more.
Let's see. Thoughts on DraftKings.
Trades and quality trading
It's
solutions.
pulling back from the highs for sure there. That's a big pullback from those highs. But, I mean, if you're looking at it now, technically, you know, if you're looking at the daily chart right now, it's in BDM. You know, but the thing you don't know is where she's going to end at this candle today. So, I mean, if she ends back up, you know, above 62 bucks, you know, that's a good sign that she's going to continue to climb up to that resistance at 65. And if she holds below that 60, you know, she might come back down to that 55 area.
No matter what you're facing. Because when you close the gap,
Remember, too, if you're going into a DraftKings trade, I mean, how does DraftKings make their money?
US
You know, through games, through sporting events, right? You got what, baseball that's starting now. You know, you gotta have that catalyst. You know, so if you're in a DraftKings trade, that's not something you're day trading. That's not something you're doing a short-term swing trade on. If you're trading DraftKings, you got to be trading DraftKings going into the late spring, early summer to capture those games. You know, because the arenas are opening up, more people are going to be betting. So that's what you got to be focused on, Avilio and Skyjack there with DraftKings. You know, say, okay, this is going to have to be a little bit longer term of a trade here because that catalyst is going on a little bit longer than, you know, a different type of catalyst here. But DraftKings going into June, I think the June Expo on DraftKings would be amazing. There's no catalyst to move DraftKings today or going into next week. Nothing whatsoever. So you have to ask yourself, what's going to move? And that's with the arenas and sports reopening, selling those tickets, selling those games, you know, and for that, you got to look for that June Expo. Especially once people get the stimulus, you know, they're going to be betting on draft, you know, they're going to be spending that money crazy. So, you know, that's why you need that little bit longer term time frame for that DraftKings. But if you're looking for long term on that, you know, by summertime, I think that could easily be 75 to 100 bucks.
Actionable investor insight and ideas. Start your free trial today at cnbc.com/pro.
Let's see. I'm trying to find a good mover here. We could make another quick day trade on. Salesforce is down 4%, 222.68. What a pullback on that. Oil, energy. What's that DVN doing here? Oh, DVN had a huge pullback there. Skyjack, you still in DVN? You got a longer term trade on that anyway, right? I might jump into DVN with you if she comes back down to about 20 to 1960.
We'll see you, Jim. Good Friday morning. Welcome to another hour of Swap in the Street. I'm Carl King today with David Faber and Leslie Picker. More eco data on the way. Consumer sentiment. Let's get to Rick.
Yes, this is a final read, Carl, which means we take that 76.2 mid-month read, excuse me, the 76.2 mid-month read, we cross it. It now becomes 76.8. 76.8 is our Fed final read, and it's not bad. Just to put it in perspective, our final January read was 79.0. But let's get to some of the other embedded issues here, and some of them are quite important. Now, if you look at current conditions, it basically is lateral from our mid-month 86.2, and it remains at 86.2. 69.8 is expectations. Then it got modified. That was mid-month. Now 70.7. So nice improvement there. Now, one-year inflation, 3.3. Okay, 3.3 is the highest level of one-year inflation in this series since August of 2012 when it was 3.6. And if we look at 2.7, which is the 5 to 10-year inflation, yes, it's the same as the mid-month read, the final read, but you have to go, and there's a lot of 2.7s, but you have to go all the way back to January 2015 to find a 2.8. The point of this is that we want to watch every possible way there is to measure inflation. Why? Look at 10-year and 30-year bond rates, look at sovereign rates across the world. That's what they're looking at. Carl, back to you.
RH, that one's still on the climb there. Micron's going to be a good swing trade. Take a look at MU here. I love that setup on a daily chart. Probably see about that one, entering that one on Monday. Thank you, Tiarka. Appreciate it. If you guys are enjoying this on YouTube, please give it a like and share it on social media, on Facebook for us. I'd really appreciate that. I'm watching Facebook holding that 257.50 on the chart above me. Micron's going to be our next big trade once she holds support there and gets that next climb. She's easily going for $100 a share. So I definitely want to keep an eye on Micron. Remember what we were talking about pre-market hours too on Verizon. VZ's looking good. See how it's holding that 10? It's squeezing between that 10-day simple moving average and that red 50-day simple moving average. So as she continues to consolidate here between that red 50 and that yellow 10, you know, she's going to keep going like this, you know, trading in between there. Once she gets that breakout above that 50, that's going to be prime entry there for breakout momentum. She's looking good now, though, too, because if you guys could take a look at this, you can see we got a nice consolidation box right at about, you know, 56 to 57.50. So from 56 to 57.50, that equals consolidation. Okay, so this is a daily chart. You see, this is a 6-month daily chart of Verizon, right? You see that up here in the corner. 6-month daily chart on Verizon. So what you're looking for here is that first green candle above that consolidation for that entry. You know, I think we could actually buy now because I like how she's holding between that 10 and that 50. But, you know, technically, green candle right here, that would be a confirmed entry there.
Say we're going to get some of our best growth on retail sales in a couple of decades. Here's what Silverman said about that.
Okay, so with our trade plan, confirmed entry with first green candle above consolidation there. But I do like this trade, and I think she's going to continue to run. So I might jump into this a little bit early. And then the nice thing about this trade here, if you jumped into this trade now, your stop is going to be a big breakdown on SPY here, guys. I'm watching SPY pull back heavily. So here's going to be your stop. So if we break below that consolidation area, that's going to be our stop. If we break above that consolidation, that's going to be confirmed breakout. Right now, I'm watching SPYs on the other chart here. SPYs are pulling back really big. Big red candle here on SPYs on it today, 1 minute. But if you guys take a look at Verizon here, that's what I'm looking for. She's holding up well. She's looking good. You could have a really tight stop loss here if you look at that 55.50. So 55.50 equals stop. So if Verizon gets below 55.50, that's where you're selling out of that call there. You know, if you're down below that stop area, below the consolidation, you're out of that trade. If she starts to break out there, that's when you're adding to that trade. Target on this, beautiful target on this, is going to be about at least $60 a share.
It is a huge question that investors are grappling with right now. You know, which of these habits will be, specific to the pandemic, and which one will exist long beyond that? You know, with the Etsy play, he also made some interesting comments just about kind of the consolidation of e-commerce and the fact that people.
So if you wanted to jump into a trade right now on Verizon, what I'd be looking at here is something like this. You take a look at VZ here on the option chain, VZ. And what we could be looking at here is going out to the June Expo with Verizon. And look at how cheap that is. That's an easy 100% gain picking up that 55 strike. Even if you pick up that 57.50 strike, You pick up that June 16th, June 18th expo, 57.50 strike. That's going for about $1.75 a contract right now. You can pick up 10 contracts of that. That's a really nice setup there. Like I said, I'm personally watching SPY still break down, but this is a good swing trade setup. Great swing trade setup right here on Verizon. So if you guys wanted a trade idea, here you go. June 18th, Verizon, 57.50 strike calls in at 175. You could get filled for right about now. Your stop is going to be 55.50. Your target's going to be $60. You're going to add to that trade if you break above that red 50-day simple moving average on a daily chart here. That's where you're going to be adding to that trade. If you break above that red 50-day simple moving average, you're adding to it. You break below this yellow box here, which is going to be a tight stop, really around 55.70 is going to be your stop. So you got a really tight stop there. And that's a beautiful trade setup on Verizon. I love that setup. So if you guys like how I analyze stuff like this on YouTube, give it a like so I know you like this in detail and analyzing here of some trade ideas and some charts. That way I could focus more on that. So if you like that, give it a thumbs up, give it a like for me, and we can certainly do more of those. But that's a nice setup there on Verizon if you guys are interested in doing that.
From higher rates, and this is welcome to what a recovery looks like. You got a problem with that?
Not a big one, and in fact, up until recently, I thought the markets were incorrectly worrying about the Fed and inflation and
SPY just had a huge breakdown there.
if you just go back to before the pandemic started, where rates were, and the pandemic set in, and rates virtually collapsed. So I thought the yields were coming
Nice
back,
job, Efren.
pretty much on just
Look at SPY still pulling back here, guys. Here's it today, 1 minute on SPY. She's still pulling back heavily.
I think that's there, but as I say, you have to be very careful. There is a fine line. If market begins to believe that the Fed has somehow lost control of where the bond market's going, all that idea of a taper tantrum will show up, because if the
Let me
market
just
begins to
call.
believe that the Fed lost control, and the Fed senses that, there's a chance that the Fed will overreact.
Let's see here.
We're in a very potentially volatile period here, maybe for some of the wrong reasons, but the commentary yesterday from Bowen and Williams about, inflation's not high enough to bother.
We are still breaking down here, guys. SPY just trying to get up to that 10 right now. I'm watching Facebook here. Even Facebook's struggling. 258.22. Qs are at 313.36. Just watching. Looking for that next setup here. Nvidia's up about 2% though today, up 10 bucks. Take a look at Nvidia while we're watching the market here. NVDA flat, holding that 540.
Stock volatility, well, Carlos just talked about it. It's back. And later, Netflix announcing it will spend $100 million to improve diversity in film. Co-CEO Ted Sarandos is going to
I'm watching Qs. I'd love to see Qs break out here.
on the street. We'll be right back here. Don't go anywhere.
If you guys see anything moving, let me know in the trade room. Still right up to that blue 20 SMA and failed, just like at that 10.05 candle right there. So if she breaks below 312 now on Qs, you're going to see a bigger breakdown here for the day. Nice job on the puts there, Skyjack. Nice job.
Welcome back to Talk on the Street. A GameStop short squeeze last month led to the near demise of several hedge funds, including Melvin Capital. Founder of the firm, Via Plotkin, told Congress last week that he now has a data science team monitoring those messaging boards like Reddit. Plotkin is not allowing data vendors who scrape social media sites to see what stocks are loved and hated, say they've seen a huge uptick in demand from investors. These fund managers aren't just looking to use this data to source investment opportunities or do due diligence on names as they've done for years, really decades. Increasingly, they're using the data for defense as a way of protecting.
There we go, guys. Starting to break out again.
The social triggers for stock prices
SPY's still struggling, though, a little bit.
additional algorithms. Think this week's ice cream cone tweet that said to help set off shares of GameStop, or the use of emojis like diamonds and rockets and others. That can pose a challenge for hedge funds looking to decode the latest lingo, and it can also create wrinkles for regulators investigating some of the recent retail-driven volatility. So for more on what potential regulation could be in store, let's bring in
Nice breakout on Qs. SPY's getting its first candle above that 10. I'm watching that one closely.
for joining us today. So there's a lot of confusion as to what's behind the GameStop surge this week. Can you give us your take and whether or not you see any problems here?
Thank you for having me on the show today, Leslie. And yes, the key point here really is the timing. So if you look at what happened back in January, it was the last trading week of the month when the activity first occurred and the short squeeze was on. Now we are in February. It is again the last trading week of the month. I believe that it's no coincidence because what do institutional money managers and funds do at month end? They report performance.
Qs are trying to break that 314, guys. That 1020 cross is just about ready to come up.
These impressive performance figures for month end. So in my opinion, there are institutional players behind this. They are the ones that are truly
Qs chart there's looking good. Look at SPY though. This is what worries me about Qs. Take a look at Qs there. Now look at SPY. Here's SPY today, 1 minute. All right, look at that breakdown. Just continuing to fail at that 20. You know, Qs are looking like it's ready to break out there, but you know that SPY chart's what's really scary there.
I think it can, and right now that is what the regulators are looking at. So now we have to have a pattern that we are seeing. We have 2 months of this. We definitely have an interesting timeline to look at. I don't think the February trade will be as successful as the January trade because there are 2 things working against it. And number 1 is that the shorts are pretty much out. So the short squeeze is not there really as part of the equation now. And February is a short month. And the last 2 trading days of the month are on the weekend. So no trading. So have difficulty getting it where they want it this month. I think next month will be a huge month for this trade if it continues. Because then we're dealing with not just the month end, but we're dealing with the quarter end. So everyone reports performance to their clients at quarter end. So if this is the case, if what I say is correct, we're going to see this trade really hot in March. And the regulators are looking into this and they're going to catch on with it.
Right. I guess it's a fascinating thesis, Amy. I guess the question would be, to what degree do the market's nerve endings for all of this commentary get deadened over time and just get calloused over the bouts of volatility? And then for regulators, you know, Leslie's point a moment ago was about how algorithms are trying to read this commentary. For the regulators, how could they possibly connote intent given the fact that a lot of these references are so oblique?
Well, that's true. I think they have to
Qs are finally starting to climb there.
means they have available to them to do their investigation and their analysis, and no one has the magic key for how to interpret an entity or a interest rate tweet. So everybody wants to feel they have to market and look at the trading data. Who are the counterparties involved in these trades, especially looking at trading activity post portfolio. Because that's another indicator that we look at right now. They're coming in, you know, close to 4 p.m., buying and close, as they say, and coming up at that point in time. So that would be a good indication. We're looking at the trading, the counterparties that are in the trade at that point in time at month end. What are the tools that we have to define this?
So if it is, as you say, institutional investors who are the ones helping this volatility, you know, do you think that they're taking advantage of what's going on with retail right now? I think it's no coincidence that retail is
Guys, look at the market movers list right here I'm looking at. Let's go down on this. Make a little link here, link 1.
Right. It is interesting that GameStop is the
Today,
one
1 minute.
going after. Possible that there's
Census Healthcare is breaking out nicely.
say that maybe there's some
Let's take a look at that on a daily chart there.
something like that could be the rationale behind that particular issuer, but for other issuers
A
that
daily chart, that looks incredible, doesn't it?
depends on how sophisticated is this scheme and
She looks ready for another big run.
and determine exactly what has happened.
SRTS, is there options on it? Let's take a look at the option chain.
Trading attached somewhere as well.
SRTS. Nope, nothing on it.
We'll be waiting for that timing.
What's Verizon doing now? VZ.
Appreciate it.
VZ right at that 10. Look at SPY. SPY's still breaking down there. Qs are pulling back a little bit here too. Glad we didn't jump in on those Qs. She failed to break above that 314.
Speaking of, we're going to talk to Netflix's co-CEO Ted Sarandos next hour on Squawk Alley. Make sure you stick around for that exclusive interview with our jewelry minister. We're back in a moment.
We started with computers. We didn't stop with computers. We didn't stop with storage or cloud. We kept going, working with our customers to enable the kind of technology that can guide astronauts back to safety and help make a hospital come to you instead of you going to it.
Let me know if you guys see anything on the move.
So when it comes to your business, you know we'll stop at nothing.
Keeping the oyster business growing as you sponsor. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Claim your $75 credit when you post your first job at Indeed.com/Rob.
This Allergy Suffers is my favorite Sizal bedtime story. It's about the time when allergy symptoms ruined people's sleep and made them miserable all the next day. Oh, what relief they found taking Sizal at night. It worked while they slept and made them refreshed for more productive days ahead. Sizal provides powerful relief. Plus, it lasts up to 6 times longer than Benadryl, works faster than Claritin, and on first dose provides the same relief as Zyrtec in a pill.
Guys, a big pullback here on SPY again. Take a look at SPY. SPY is continuing to retrace here. I think we're going to see further selling pressure and going into the afternoon here.
One sec. I just need one last touch up. We can't rush one. Watch the new Lucky Brewster. Now on Depop, thanks to Briars.
We are continuing to monitor the fallout from the winter storms that swept across Texas. Of course, derailing the energy grid. Brian Sullivan joins us from Houston. Man, they came so close, Brian. Listen closely to your reports the other day to having a catastrophic bill.
Yeah, I mean, getting as bad as it was. Millions without power for days during one of, if not the worst storms in Texas history. 4 minutes, 37 seconds away from your word, their word, catastrophic failure, potentially a month-long blackout or rolling blackout. I mean, simply unimaginable. Given some of the damage, by the way, that we have seen, families have suffered mostly from burst water pipes, etc. What's going to happen as we go forward? Well, a lot of anger, a lot of sturm and drang coming from the hearing yesterday. Will changes be enacted? Will changes be enforced?
Another big pullback here on SPY, guys. Facebook's breaking down. Qs are breaking down now. Thinking about doing some puts on some Qs here.
Refinery like this one behind us here, guys. If there are calls for winterization, if there are calls for new build-outs, if there is an infrastructure bill federally in Congress for the Biden administration or some combination of both, we know this. There's going to be a lot of money that needs to be spent to upgrade the infrastructure.
February 26th, 310.
New people live here in just
companies and stocks that may see a benefit. On a macro level, Quantum Services building transmission lines and power lines. You've got Vulcan Materials, U.S. Concrete, Martin Marietta for the foundations, just sort of the bulk of that, if you will. On the turbine side, Owens Corning. A lot of people don't think about them, think of insulation. Well, a large part of the wind turbine blade composite material may come from them. GE, of course, the Danish company, Vestas as well. All the damage, guys, that we have seen, families, we're going to show one tonight on the news of Shepard Smith, who have burst water pipes. You don't know this, countless. You're going to see Masco and Ferguson, some of the plumbing supply companies that may do well. Because, by the way, there are no plumbing supplies right now. The stores are sold out. It's month-long wait. Some people may have no power or no heat or no water for weeks.
That breakdown.
Of course, home energy generation.
All right, let's see here.
Forget the grid. I'm going to be my own grid. You got a name like a Tesla, obviously, with their wall-pack.
Let's see. What do I want to order status?
They've got a competitor to Tesla on the wall-pack as well. So, not a complete list by any means.
All right, let's see here.
Maybe along with Jacobs Engineering or Haiti comes with gigantic projects to build out
Let's see.
new power plants, new wind turbines, new solar farms as well. And ironically, guys, we may see more natural gas production because you can't have a shortage.
They're gonna jump into that. Hold that. If I could get filled for $1.90.
They froze up. We're going to need a lot more of everything, especially if Texas continues its growth. And Carl, I did this for you on a lighter note. This is random, but interesting. You like this. I know you're a movie buff. I don't know if you recognize this plant behind us here.
Alrighty, guys. I just jumped into these puts on Q's here. Q's February 26th, 310 strike put in at $1.90. Order status. I'm gonna hold on to these into the afternoon. I'm not selling these early. I'm in at $1.90 on these contracts, guys. I'm gonna be in these for a bit here, so that's gonna do it for the YouTube session here. We're in these. We're already up a nice 15 cents a contract now. So we're gonna be in that. Gonna hold that into the afternoon there, guys on YouTube. If you guys want to come join us, you guys could go to breakingchartalerts.com. Go to join now membership pricing plans, and if you guys want to get signed up, use promo code challenge on the yearly membership, or you could do the monthly memberships for $125 to $250. If you want to do the Elite Pro Trader for the yearly membership, promo code challenge. That'll give you 30% off, so it'll be $1,750 for the entire year instead of $2,500. So come join us, and then once you get signed up, go to the live trade room and join us there, guys. All right, guys on YouTube, I will see you guys later. Come join us. Guys on Zoom here, members, I will be on here for a little bit longer here. Let me just shut off. I'll see you guys on YouTube on Monday if you're not going to come join us for the afternoon session. Take